Hi everybody, it's the middle of the night, I'm in my pajamas, and I have something I felt like talking about. If you haven't found my channel before, make sure to subscribe and click the notifications button if you want to see things of similar topics and just what my projects currently are. And also, don't forget to hit like. So, today I'm going to talk about the long haul that is traditional publishing. Now, first I want a disclaimer that I have not traditional published before, so this is just based on other videos I've seen on the internet. I actually make it a habit to watch at least 5 writing or publishing related videos a day. It's just something that I'm fascinated with, that I want to learn about, especially because that's where I want my future to be. I watch a lot on this topic. So I've been writing a book. I got the idea January 2017. I started writing it in April 2017, and I should be finishing at the end of July. So I've been writing it from April to July. And I get questions about it, obviously, because I'm writing a book and people find that interesting. And one thing that I get a lot is, are you done? I always say, my dream has always been traditional publishing. That's just how, when I imagine my book, I imagine it on shelves. And not that that can't happen with self-publishing, but it's a lot not as common. So I want a girl like myself in 8th grade and somebody that needs an escape. I want them to go into a bookstore and find my book. There's a lot in traditional publishing that, regular people on the streets don't know about. So here's a download of how hard it is and the long haul of it, the scale of it. So when people hear, oh, I'm done with my book, it is not done. It's never done. So first, you write and plan your book. Typically, it takes a year or 2 years to write your book, and that's because you have to write the first draft, the second draft, the third draft. You have to go to critique partners, beta readers, other people have to read your book, you gotta get feedback, and you gotta write it again. You probably write your book 3 or 4 times typically. So there's 2 years there. Then after that, you have to find an agent. Querying an agent is a really long process. It's kind of like applying for a job. If you've ever been unemployed, I know how that feels. It's really hard, and there's a lot of rejection, and it hurts a lot. So in that process, it can take another year. So there's 3 years there. A year of finding an agent. After you find an agent, you might do some more revisions. You might rewrite some parts of your book again, and then you'll go on submission. That can take another year. So there's 4 years already before you even find out if your agent can sell your book. Sometimes they might not sell your book, and all those years were for nothing, and you have to start again. After you get that publishing deal, there's about another year, a year to 2 years. So let's just make that 7. So 7 years, then your book could be out there. Your book is out there. Oh my God, I can't wait for my book to be out there one day. But after those 7 years, you still just have one book. One book that's out there. Then it's a lot faster. Then it can be every 2 years you have a book out there, because you already did all of those other steps. You know the process, you have support. But 7 years, and that's if your first book that took 2 years to do is the right book. A lot of people write several manuscripts, a lot of projects before they find that right project that will get them an agent, that will get them a book deal, that will get their book out there. And then with those 7 years, you may not still make a lot of money. Most published authors, they still have a 9-to-5 job, and then they write during their lunch breaks, they write on the weekends, and then they still keep putting out those books. You don't really get money until after you get the publishing deal, and then you get an advance, and that's after, from what I understand, at least I think so, after you put in your, already working on the drafts with them. So there's several years that you go by without any money, and then after you get your advance, which is just kind of like here's what we think your book might make, and then you get that portion of that money, and then later on, if your book makes more than that portion that we guessed, you'll get some backlog of money. So there's not even a guarantee that after you get this advance money, you'll get any other money from that book. It depends on how well it sells. So it's a long, long haul with tears of both sadness and joy. I don't mean this in a discouraging way, because I am a patient person. I'm the most patient person I know. If I can imagine my 8th grade self reading this book and feeling okay for a while, then that's what I want, and that's what I need, and that's why one of the reasons why I'm writing Ember Dragon Daughter. If you want to know more about Ember Dragon Daughter, check out the link below. That journey, getting that book in your hands, it's pretty amazing. You know, if you've had a book published, I would love to know what your process was like, because I know it's not the same for everybody. So definitely leave a comment. How long did it take, like from the start of writing the book to when it hit the shelves? How many years was that? I would love to know, because maybe from my research could be a little different. But from what I gather, it seems like a 5 to 7 year kind of thing. And if you guys want to follow along with that, make sure to subscribe, click notifications, and definitely follow me on Instagram, because that's where I'm sharing most of my book updates, and I'm really excited about it, and I'm going to be sharing a few excerpts soon. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.